Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make a frog lovey. So I'll leave a link in the description for how to make the star blanket. For the frog I'm going to use the hexagon. I'll leave a link for that as well. So all you need is some stuffing, some black cotton yarn for the eyes. I'm using light green cotton yarn for the frog, some scissors, a yarn needle and a 3mm hook. To start, make a slip knot. And chain 2. Okay, in the first chain that you made, make 6 single crochets. Pull the tail tight. In the next row we're going to increase each stitch, so we're going to go from 6 single crochets to 12. So just 2 single crochets in each stitch. In the next row we're going to increase from 12 to 18. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 increase in the second stitch. Okay, so that's the pattern until you get back to the stitch marker. 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So once you finish that row, in the next row we're going to increase from 18 to 24. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second stitch, and 1 increase in the third stitch. Okay, so it's 2 single crochets in an increase until you get back to the stitch marker. Okay, so now that we've increased to 24, in the next row we're going to increase to 30. So we're going to do 3 single crochets and an increase for this row. Alright, in the next row we're going to increase from 30 to 36. So we need to single crochet 4. And an increase. So just do that until you get back to the stitch marker. 4 single crochets and an increase. Okay, so now that we've increased to 36, I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to do 7 rows of single crochet. Okay, so I'll do my 7 rows of single crochet and I'll come back and show you how it looks. So after you've done your 7 rows, this is how it should look. Okay, in the next row we're going to decrease from 36 to 30. So single crochet 4. And then make a decrease. So go through the front loop of the first stitch, front loop of the second stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so it's 4 single crochets and a decrease until you get back to the stitch marker. Okay, so once you're back at the stitch marker, in the next row we just need to single crochet 30 around. Okay, so just 1 in each stitch. After you've single crocheted 30 around, in the next row we need to decrease from 30 to 24. So single crochet 3, and then a decrease. Alright, 3 single crochets and a decrease until you get back to the stitch marker. Once we've finished decreasing down to 24, in the next row we need to decrease to 18. So we do 2 single crochets and a decrease. Okay, just 2 single crochets and a decrease until you get back to the stitch marker. Okay, so now that we've decreased down to 18, I've stuffed it a little bit. Okay, and I can stuff it a little bit more after we decrease down to 12. So you want to do 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Okay, so it's just 1 single crochet and 1 decrease until you get back to that stitch marker. Okay, so now that we've decreased down to 12, in the last row we just need to decrease to 6. So we're going to decrease each stitch, so 6 decreases. Alright, so that's how it looks once you've done your 6 decreases. You just want to cut your yarn long enough to stitch it onto the blanket. Pull it through. And then just weave it through the front loops of the 6 stitches. And pull it tight. Okay. Next you want to make the frog eyes. So make a slip knot and chain 2. Go back into the first chain that you made and make 6 single crochets. Okay, pull the tail tight. In the next row we want to increase from 6 to 12. So increase each stitch, so 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay, so once you've increased to 12, in the next row we're going to increase to 14. So 5 single crochets. And an increase. And then just do that again, 5 single crochets and an increase. Okay, so now that we've increased to 14, we just need to do 3 rows of single crochet, so just 1 in each stitch for 3 rows. Okay, so once you finish your 3 rows, it should look like this. You just want to slip stitch to the next stitch. Cut your yarn long enough to stitch it onto the head. Pull that through. Get rid of the stitch marker. And you just want to stuff the eyes a little bit. Okay, you can always stuff it a little bit more when it's half stitched on. Okay, and then we just need to stitch it onto the head. Alright, so that's how it looks after you've stitched on the mouth and the eyes. And then I just line up the center of the blanket and the center of the head. Okay, so I just squish those together, and then I just go through the blanket and then back through the head. Okay, and I do that twice around, okay? Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.